Well, basically lemon is the natural alternative to citric acid and even other acids in beverages. We were talking about missing some acidity in the apples 5 minutes ago. This is not a bad idea. This is a trend which is important. It's really important for lemon. Also because of the widening of the scope of demand. Lemon and stop flavor in alcoholic beverages, this is also new. This is very interesting for us. Which is, together with this, the refreshing character, okay, of lemon. Lemon as a character supplier or provider. And the one I do love, lemon as the main fruit in the front label. Lemon supply, on the other side of the table, what's going on? Is the lemon supply, will the lemon supply will be able to supply this new demand that we are foreseeing? I do believe so. Industry first, that's the summary. Just very fast, just to understand, Argentina is this year, my guess, figures, Argentina is roughly 60% of the world supply. If you add Spain, USA, and Italy, you are there with 90% of the world supply of lemon juice. So I'm going to concentrate on Argentina, which is what I really have good knowledge of. And what I find interesting, what's going on down there, is the eternal battle between fresh and industry. The main difference, the only difference I really find between Argentina, for example, and Italy, Spain, or USA, California, is that in Argentina, 75% of the harvest of lemons goes to industry. If you check these other three runner-ups, the percentages are basically the opposite. So this means something. And this trend, this percentage is growing, and it's going to grow. The small fresh fruit exporters are losing ground to the big processors or the big growers, which are planting and replacing the trees specifically with industry in mind. Some growers are like 90–95% of their fruit goes to industry. Okay, so this is a absolutely different mindset for somebody who is growing for fresh and the leftovers go for industry. New plantations which are being planted and the new trees which are being replaced are done with industrial varieties, different varieties. For in lemons you use the Eureka's, for example, variety for fresh, and you use a totally different varieties, Limonada, 8A, or Santa Teresa for industry. Why? Because they will give you better yields in the industrial side. And definitely our businesses' success depends on yields at the end of the day. High density plantations, we're planting more trees per hectare and more output per hectare there. Culture for industry, this is very important. If you really focused, and we know that, focus on industry, that's your main focus, ARs are managed the way the customers need to be managed. Early harvest, this is basically, if you harvest lemons for industry, you harvest earlier. This goes into the increased yields, okay, per ton of fruit. And mechanical harvest, this is happening already. When you really focus on industry, you can go into mechanical harvest in lemons with relative success. It's being fine-tuned, but it's starting to work. This is good for competitiveness.